Well, now let's go in depth on Thursday's other major story for us here in North Carolina. The state's stay-at-home order will now run longer for at least 2 more weeks. It was set to expire next Wednesday. Governor Cooper said today we are flattening the curve, but we're not yet ready to reopen.
I will not risk the health of our people or our hospitals. And easing these restrictions now would do that.
So why aren't we ready? Well, a lot of reasons. One is that new cases are still increasing. We haven't seen the downward trend over the past 14 days that we need to see. In fact, today was actually the second highest single-day increase in reported cases, with 388 since yesterday. Our Joe Bruno is joining us now. Joe, a lot of information came out today, but the big message is that a lot still has to change before we can even think about reopening.
Yeah, Erica, it's going to be a few weeks before bars can start welcoming back people at a limited capacity. And to give another real-world example, the next time you'll be able to get a professional haircut at a best-case scenario, May 22nd.
Now we know what is needed to transition out of the restrictions and what a new normal will look like.
North Carolina residents will have to stay home longer. The new magic date, May 8th.
I will not risk the health of our people or our hospitals. And easing these restrictions now would do that.
So what will it take to ease restrictions? Health officials laid out the details. Right now, the state is testing 2,500 to 3,000 people a day. They want to increase that to 5,000 to 7,000. Right now, there are 250 workers doing contact tracing. The state wants 250 more. North Carolina also needs enough personal protective equipment to last at least 30 days. The state is lacking N95 masks and gowns right now. We need the number of people coming to the hospital with COVID-19 symptoms to continue to go down. We need the number of cases and hospitalizations to decrease or level out, and we need a drop in the percentage of positive tests.
The hard work you've been doing has meant that North Carolina is in a very good place. We have flattened the curve, but we're not there quite yet.
But people can't stay at home forever. The governor said he knows that and laid out 3 phases of North Carolina's reopening. In the first phase, the stay-at-home order will be modified so more businesses like sports and bookstores can open as long as they have social distancing measures in place. Parks can also start to reopen, but gatherings will be limited to 10 people still. The second phase could start 2 to 3 weeks after the first. In it, the stay-at-home order is lifted, but vulnerable people will still be encouraged to stay in. Restaurants, bars, and churches can open at reduced capacities. Public playgrounds will be open, and an increased number of people will be allowed at gatherings. The third phase could come as soon as 4 to 6 weeks after the second. There would be looser restrictions for vulnerable populations, increased capacity at bars, restaurants, and churches, and an even higher number of people allowed to gather.
It's best for people to stay at home.
Damian Jackson told me tonight he can handle a few more weeks, but he misses church and hopes they will be allowed to reopen soon.
What I miss the most is being around other people.
Yeah, don't we all? Joe, you mentioned those barber shops and salons, but what about gyms?
Eric, I got a lot of questions about gyms, and I found out they would be part of phase 2, gyms and fitness centers. So like I mentioned with the professional haircuts, we're looking at best case scenario May 22nd. Again, a lot of things have to happen. A lot of stars have to align in order for us to hit that date. And when these gyms and fitness centers reopen, they're going to be at limited capacity. There's going to be some strict social distancing guidelines in place, Erica.
Yeah, we all have to be very careful. Thank you, Joe. While North Carolina will stay closed, South Carolina is already slowly reopening. Some non-essential stores like craft stores, florists, and flea markets have been open for a couple of days now. And we've noticed that people from North Carolina are crossing the border to go shop.